And welcome back to the den, everybody. Got your cackle leader here, Garcia. So we are finally flying out to Dublin, Ireland. We got our first stop in Copenhagen. We did not get any of the airport stuff because it was rather busy in there. We got a window seat, so we'll go ahead and get some of the landing and takeoff. So far, it looks like the seat next to us is off. Do you want to be in?
Sure.
But this gentleman is our flight partner for this evening. We have a 9-hour flight until we get to Copenhagen. I got ZQL, so I'll probably end up most of this flight asleep. Also, I just got off of a night shift, which works out perfectly because we should be landing at some time in the morning, I think. Either way, have a wonderful time. Enjoy the rest of this video, and I can't wait to show you the rest of Ireland.
And on that tree there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch. Branch in the tree, and the tree, and the hole, and the hole, and the bog down in the valley. Oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley. Oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley. Oh, and on that branch there was a nest, rare nest, a rattling nest. Nest in the branch, and the branch, and the tree, and the tree, and the hole, and the hole, and the bog down in the valley. Oh, the rattling bog, down in the valley. Oh, the rattling bog, down in the valley. Oh, and in that nest there was a twig, rare twig, a rattling twig. Taking a nest, and a nest, and a branch, and the branch, and the tree, and the tree, and the hole, and the hole, and the bog down in the valley. Oh, the rattling bog, down in the valley. Oh, the rattling bog, down in the valley. Oh, and on that twig there was an egg, rare egg, a rattling egg. Egg in the twig, and the twig, and the nest, and the nest, and the branch, and the branch, and the tree, and the tree, and the hole, and the hole, and the bog down in the valley.
Alrighty, so we just got in from our flight. We're gonna go ahead and get settled. I'm gonna go ahead and grab something to eat, brush my teeth, wash up a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and wander around. I just spent the last about hour driving around Dublin, mostly just trying to figure out where to park at while I got here. Figured out the parking, got all that situated. So let's go ahead and start enjoying ourselves. Jameson ice spice tea syrup, piping hot, freshly squeezed lemon juice. Celebration drink. 3-2 or celebration. Which one did you want to try? So they have Jameson.
Jameson sourdough.
Okay. So believe it or not, everything you need to know about Jameson is in the bottle or on the label. First we have our Jameson name. John Jameson was our founder, followed by our family crest with our motto Sine Metu. Sine Metu is Latin for without fear, and this phrase defines John Jameson's life and has defined our whiskey ever since we decided to triple distill it and put taste at the heart of everything we do here. So there are many characters in our Jameson story, but there's only one founding father. It all began here in Smithfield in 1780 when John Jameson set up shop. So Dublin was in the midst of a boom and our population was growing dramatically, and we were the second largest city within Britain and Ireland at the time, second only to London. So there were well over 100 breweries and distilleries dotted all across the city. However, many would fade in due course. They didn't know it at the time, Dublin had just gained an institution on the city's north side that would remain there for more than 2 centuries later. Jameson's Distillery right here on Gulf Street. Did everyone see John Jameson's photograph outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, handsome devil, isn't he? Okay, nobody thinks so? Rude! Here we have the main G on the left hand side, it's John Jameson, so he's the founder. Beside him we have his lovely wife Margaret, and together they shared the same taste for adventure. Through innovation and hard work, the distillery grew, as did their family, and they shared 16 children together.
16?
Yeah.
Must have loved each other. Guinness had, 21?
Yeah, good for them. They were drinking stout, darling, not whiskey. And after some time, their eldest son, John Jameson II, then took over as master distiller. So he built upon the legacy of his father, entrusted to him with hard work, constant innovation, and unmatched quality. By 1820, the distillery looked like this, and between 1880 and 1905, we were running on all cylinders, or pot still as we like to say here. So John Jameson's name, of course, is on the label, but our legacy is shared between us all who work here. And that is presented to you guys on the bottle through the use of the barrel men. So the barrel men are figurines on the bottle that carry barrels on their back, and they represent our hard workers, past and present, who built their whiskey from the ground up. So that's why you usually find them on the bottom of the bottle, or sometimes here on the base of the neck. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
So we like to think our stories told through the use of the barrel men. Now, Bow Street back in the day was like a city within the city of Dublin. It was a bustling place full of many talented craftspeople, and our archive showed we employed lots of different types of trades. From blacksmiths to carpenters, painters to millwrights, we even had ostlers, and ostlers were the people that tended to our horses. It was generally said once you had a job here, you had a job for life, and it was considered a great place to work. At our peak, we employed 300 people and supported hundreds of families here in Dublin. By the 1880s, we were producing 1 million gallons of whiskey per year, or 6.5 million bottles. So I'm sure you can imagine we were doing extremely well, and we are shipping our great Irish whiskey all around the world. So more and more people were enjoying our triple distilled smoothness and incomparable taste. Sadly, however, time and history in the shape of political and military turmoil had intervened. And I'm sure we all know that World War I and World War II broke out during this time. We had our own troubles at home here in Ireland as well. So we had the 1916 Rising, sometimes referred to as the Easter Rising, which was a rebellion here in Ireland. And in Dublin, this distillery was used as a fortress due to its prime location in the heart of the city. Due to the impact of martial law, none of our workers could gain entry to their jobs for an entire 2 weeks. However, Jameson's generosity prevailed, and our wage book showed that they were all paid in full for the entire stretch of the ship. But just as things were looking up, our progress was interrupted by restrictive trade tariffs imposed by Britain and prohibition in the USA. Yeah, party in the USA. We also had some American bootlegging going on. I'm sure we're all aware of that, where they would label the moonshine as Irish whiskey and put it into green bottles. And you also used to add shoe polish in to make it look brown. Shame on you all. The accumulation of all of these things meant that the damage to our good name and the loss of momentum seemed irreversible. So by the 1960s, the Irish whiskey industry had reached rock bottom. It's intense stuff, isn't it? However, drawing upon the spirit of John Jameson himself, the guardians of our whiskey bearing his name decided it was time to sink or swim. And in 1966, thankfully other Irish distillers came to the same smooth taste of our lovely Jameson whiskey, and who are dedicated to living up to 240 years of heritage. We are all barrel women. We're barrel women! Alright ladies! Yeah! Right, so that concludes our story. We're going to move through to the process room now and learn how it's made. So you've got your belongings, got your live hours, and follow me. Sorry, just
They're not going to smell it.
Well, I'm not good to smell.
Rip it open,
Oh, wrong one.
and then go back and smell the original. It makes the original smell like salted caramel. So Crested is only sold in 7 countries. It's not sold in the States because it's so sherry influenced. We don't have enough sherry cask to be able to sell this at a high dosage. We get about 6,000 sherry butts in a year versus about 155,000 bourbon barrels. So take a sip, guys. So you can lift up your whiskies, guys, whichever one you have. We'll say sláinte together, okay? So 3, 2, 1, sláinte! Namaste, sweetie. Okay, guys.
There you go.
Okay, take a bite of the chocolate, leave it on the tongue, take a little sip of whiskey, and the fatty acids in the chocolate will basically neutralise the alcohol content, and you'll be better able to get like the velvety texture. But it has to be Irish whiskey.
Alright, you hear that, sister?
What's your sister's name?
Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. That's a lovely name.
Hi, Amanda.
Are you her man?
About you? Yes, I am.
Oh, your
Yes.
mom is everything. We love her.
This is Erin. She gave us our tour. She's
Yeah.
wonderful.
I am. She's not lying.
Oh, thank you. Perfect.
I just realized I was being like that. I was like, it's clean. The smell, right? Doesn't it smell amazing? That is our angel share, okay? There are 2 types of barrels in this room. We have our American barrels, to my right and to my left, and then we have our sherry butts down the back. 4 down there.
Sherry butt.
Sherry butts.
We like the big butts.
Yeah, we like the big butts. Okay, and one bad boy right up here, okay? You can see the big difference in between this and that. Our American barrels hold 200 years, and our sherry butts hold 500 years. So you can see the big difference in age, okay? Now every barrel in this room is at minimum 18 years old, okay? They start out in Middleton in County Cork, and then they get sent to us for the last 6 months of their lives, okay? We will then blend these later on this year. We will blend them, sell it as our Bow Street 18, okay? Last year's edition is still in our market. It's absolutely amazing, okay? Now, as you can see at high level, most of these will say Wild Turkey on them. We also have Heaven Hill, we have 4 Roses, and for a very annoying reason, we have 1 Austin Nichols right here, and I don't know why, okay? So don't question me on that, but yeah, very annoying. But yeah, okay, so this is the barrel that we are going to be drinking. There we go. Okay, so if you have a look here, this was filled at the very beginning of 2003, which means it's 19-year-old whiskey, okay, that we're going to be drinking. Nice. So, nice. Yeah. Okay, so we do open this up. I'm going to get this thing called a blender's dog, okay, and that's how we're going to get our witchy. Our witchy? Our whiskey.
The little witches over here.
Yeah. Okay, for a good reason, this looks like a dog leash, okay, and that's why it's called a blender's dog, but it also goes to fetch our whiskey. Oh. So it's multiple names, okay, of why it's called. So we dropped this down, it sounds absolutely amazing, so if you all want to listen up. 1, 2, 3. This barrel is nearly empty.
Not enough bubbles.
Not enough bubbles. You're right. Okay, but she's full, so that's good. Now, because it's coming straight from the barrel and we get all of our bourbon barrels charred on the inside, so they look like this on the inside, we do need to sieve this out using our sieve, okay? So if you want to look here. Okay. Now we're going to have to do this another 3 times just because there's 12 people in here. See? Okay, now I'm going to ask you guys to please give me your glasses one at a time. No, if you all want to gather around here, if you want to give this one a nose, you're going to notice how strong it is on the nose itself. Okay, very strong. You're going to notice them vanilla notes. Now, in this barrel, it is just pure pot still whiskey. Okay, it's not Jameson. Jameson is a blended whiskey. This is before it even becomes Jameson. So this is a very exclusive tour. This is 19-year-old pot still whiskey just resting in an ex-bourbon barrel for 19 years, okay? So if you guys want to take a sip of this, 19-year-old whiskey. You guys know how to drink it. I'm gonna rest it on your tongues for at least 8 seconds. I highly recommend chewing this one while it's in the mouth, okay? It's just gonna add in a bit more saliva. Okay, so you're noticing the spice, right? Mm-hmm. Very spicy. It's because, as I said, it's pure pot still whiskey, so that's gonna have that spice to it. But you still can, you can still taste that vanilla in it as well. Now, some people's mouths go numb when you're drinking this. Yeah, don't be worried. You're not having a stroke, it's just the whiskey. Oh. This is 60%, okay? So it's 120 proof. It's very high in alcohol, okay? It's straight from the barrel. It's cask strength. Just be aware of it, okay?
So we got me and the kid enjoying some 19-year-old cask
But
whiskey.
if the alcohol...
19-year-old. 19-year-old. Barrel whiskey. Nice.
Still, so we dilute it before run by, but it's not. It's the...
It is. What are you talking about? It is.
It all depends how much you drink.
So, yeah. Have a few more then. Wait, where's the guy down below with like a whole glass?
That would be my son.
That was my son.
He's going to be looking at leprechauns, right? But this is our original mash tun. So this is in the process of making our whiskey from over 200 years ago, okay? Then that's all the original beans. And really funny fact, guys, okay? When it was a live distillery, we used to obviously have like little mouse, like mice, rats, all that running around the casks. So John Jameson had cats on his payroll. So he used to feed the cats and stuff like that to go around and kill the mice. Yeah. And we had one of them stuffed.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Which no one ever knows.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I tell you. Isn't that hilarious? There's another few, alright? If you have it. There's another one over here, but you have to go through this. You have to kind of stand here. Alright, you have to stand back around here and you can kind of see his ear in the little beam.
Yeah. I see
Yeah, you can. It's very hard to see unless you're up on the blenders. There's 3 around the building. That's it. Look around, chill out. If you guys have not had your complimentary drinks already, get to the Daily Bog Bar. But that's me. Love you guys. I hope